I have a collab. Whoa, it worked. We're
Yes, sir.
here. Bro, bro,
Yo,
bro.
yo,
You know I'm a poet, right?
pull it out, man.
You know I'm a poet, right?
Oh, you're a poet. Oh
I'm
yeah,
a
you're a
poet,
poet.
man.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing I used to talk to you about all the time, I was like, man, I see all these people featuring, but I don't get a feature. I don't understand. Bruh. And then I started doing this mindset stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what, 2 months ago? So my mindset changed to why am I not a feature to I tell myself this every day. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm acknowledged as a great poet whose poems connect well with single parents, right? Wednesday, man, I went to an open mic. Before I even do my poem, I see my buddy, Lee Da Vinci. He's like, yo, Shaq, I got this show I'm hosting next month. Can you be my feature? I was like, what? For real? Hell yeah, man. 2 days later, no, 3 days later, I'm on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm telling myself I'm so happy and grateful. Now I'm acknowledged as a great poet whose poems connect well with single parents, right?
Mm.
I get a DM. Dude, I probably talked to like maybe 2 times. He was like, yo, man, I'm having this showcase in 2 weeks. I would be honored if you would do a set for me. And I was like, I'm in.
Wow.
I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Today, I'm like, I'm telling myself, I'm so happy and grateful. Now I'm recognized as a great poet whose poems connect well with single parents. I tell myself
Mm.
this all the time. And I imagine myself like I already have this. I reach out to my coach, right? My coach who's been mentoring me in poetry for like the past 3 years. And she's also a host at Busboys and Poets. So I've asked her a couple of times. I was like, hey, I'm good enough to be a feature, right? She was like, I don't know, maybe not yet. Today, I talked to her, and I haven't talked to her in like 2 months because, things a little bit changed. So I talked to her, and I'm like, hey, um, I'm ready to like get mentored again. And she's like, okay, so like what changed? I was like, my focus has changed to the point where my poems are, I only care about reaching single parents and nothing else matters. She was like, okay, I've been waiting for you to say that.
Oh wow.
Are you available this Thursday to be a feature at Busboys and Poets?
What?
I'm a feature at Busboys and Poets this
What?
Thursday.
That's amazing. Man, that's a lot of awesome stuff. You saying there was like three different occasions where people were like saying, we want you as the feature. You said Lee, there was a guy in between, and then your mentor all said they want three people back to back. That's amazing. It's happening.
It's happening, man.
Wow.
And
Yo.
did I all of a sudden become this amazing poet? I mean, yeah, I'm an amazing poet. I believe that. But the three people that asked me to be a feature didn't necessarily hear my poems since I had this change. So they're going off the way I sounded before I had this change.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that changed was my mindset. Now I'm a better poet than I was before because of my mindset. But it's amazing that things start to come together when you believe they will versus when you hope they will. And before I was hoping, I was like, man, one day I'll be a feature poet. I changed that to I'm a feature poet. I'm a great poet. And the world said, yeah, you are. So, man, that's why it's like, I think, well, not even I think. Well, I take that back. I think, because what I think is the most important thing. But I know that what we think changes everything.
So true. Thoughts are things. I'm sure you heard that before.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very careful with what I think. If I notice any negativity creeping in my mind, I snuff it out really instantly.
Mhm.
Sometimes if I catch myself saying something that I feel like I shouldn't be saying that, because I realize it's like spell casting. If you've
Yeah.
like watched any old school movies and just saw the concept of like wizards and witches and how they literally say certain words to activate certain spells. Even Harry Potter, Wingardium Leviosa, like words. What they're doing, they recognize the power of words and know that words activate certain physical manifestations in our world. I
Yeah.
recognize that. See, these things are way more than just science fiction, way more than just fairy tale. Words
Yeah.
literally do have power. So
Literal
I'm very
power.
careful with what I even utter. Even when I'm like joking, I'll say something jokingly, but then like in my mind, I'm like, I don't really mean that though. I'm just joking.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, they mean everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do. Like even like self-deprecating humor.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make a joke like, ah, I'm not whatever, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna bring that to my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Do you know
whatever,
why? You
hmm?
first, you finish.
Yeah, so like when you say something jokingly like, if for whatever reason you don't say, but I don't mean that in my mind, that little seed's gonna get in there, and all of a sudden you keep saying those jokes. Now you are the joke.
Ooh, exactly right. Got to keep your mind clean.
Yeah.
Do you know why they call it spell casting?
What's
Casting a
that?
spell. So it actually relates very much to spelling bees. There's no coincidence. Just
Mhm.
connecting more dots. To cast a spell is to literally spell something out, whether it be by the letters or by the sentence, by the individual words you're spelling. So again, that same analogy of casting a spell through the use of words and certain strings of words give you certain results. So that's
Yeah.
why spell casting, not coincidentally, is very much like a spelling bee.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing though. It's the
Yeah.
craziest thing.
Mhm.
I know one thing that I had to that I really embrace now is similar to what you said, like what you think. You know, when I see someone, no matter who they are, no matter what our history is, I always think like now, like I don't have to say it, but I'm like, I love you. And I always think like, hey, you come to me, you work with me, we're together, we're gonna grow together.
Mhm.
That's my thought. If and it doesn't mean like this is the same thing you said, like negative thoughts exist. When negative thought could come to my mind, I say, okay, cool, bye. It's when we keep on it, that's when we create those negative things. So I feel like I don't know if you felt the same way. When I talk about the Zen fund, I always think about it as, man, this is gonna help you so much. I don't think, man, I'm gonna get paid if you work with me. No, I think, yeah, you work in the Zen fund, man, this is gonna grow. It's gonna make you so much money. Like I'm so happy that you're listening. I want you to sign for the Zen. I want you to make a lot of money. And coincidentally, yeah, I'll make some money too. But the most important thing is you're going to make a lot of money. I want you to make a lot of money. I want you to make more money. I want you to refer a bunch of people and get money for referring them too. So that's like the thought I have. And I realize like people respond to that. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right. Your success is a byproduct of their success, of the success of your clients. So the happier your clients are, the happier you'll be.
Yeah.
Beautiful relationship there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We all think that way. We'll have an incredible world.
I know, right? But it's crazy. Why can't we all think that way? Why can't we all be optimists?
Maybe we just don't know.
Mm.
I didn't know.
True that. No one's half the battle.
Yeah, I didn't know, and I studied self-help for psh, maybe 10 years now.
Wow.
It's like, I was telling you before, it's not even just like knowing the concepts per se. You can think positive, all that stuff. But you hear think positive, you hear write your goals down and then keep working on it and it'll come true. And then like maybe like 3% of the people that hear that do it and the rest don't. And
Hmm.
you can't say like, oh, the rest that don't do it just aren't they're lazy or anything like that. I'm sure some of them are. But there's a lot of people who know the information extremely well. They could tell you exactly the steps to success, how everyone succeeded, what they thought, what they did, but then they're not doing it. And then there's people who are succeeding, and you're like, hey, how'd you make it? I don't know. Lucky, I guess. So it's not so much about even knowing the concept, it's about being the concept.
Mm. I like that. Gotta be it. Gotta believe it. It's a difference
Yeah.
between a person who day trades versus being a day trader. Just speaking about my profession, because
Mhm.
like I said, again with words, the significance, your mindset. When I started to tell myself that I'm not just a student of finance, that I am finance, that I
Mhm.
am the ultimate day trader. Maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's not. I don't think it's coincidence, but suddenly my performance increased, my abilities rapidly have been growing. So we're getting better and better. And it's largely because of mindset.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
believe it, you can achieve it.
yeah.
And where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the moment you stop thinking, I'm the learning day trading or I'm learning finance versus I am.
Mhm.
That's the moment things change.
Very much,
Yeah,
very much.
feel you. I feel you
Mhm.
there. But it's incredible, man. Like all these things. Eh. I don't know. Were you about to say something?
You just read my mind. I didn't like say anything, but I'm thinking of something. And it's interesting. A lot of shows I watch carry this concept and theme as well. It can be one big message I got from the movie The Matrix, where I find the biggest difference between Neo at the beginning versus end, where he really unlocked his full powers and abilities, was where he started to believe. And
Yeah.
that's even Morpheus said that, like to make it perfectly clear to the audience. They was like, oh my God, what's going on with Neo? Morpheus was like, he's beginning to believe. Next thing you know, he's stopping bullets, blocking punches with one hand. Because he believed he was the one at
Yeah,
last.
that's true. I mean, like most, like every show we watch, like like cliche stuff. Like let's say Dragon Ball Z, right?
Classic.
Goku's in a fight. He's fighting against Frieza. Frieza beats him up, and just when it's about to be over, Goku's like, "No, I'm gonna win," and
Mm-hmm.
he does. For us as kids, we look at that like, ah, and then you see it over and over, and you think like, well, I expected that. It's cliche. But then you look at the story of people that are successful, and that's exactly what happens
Mm-hmm.
when they go from the point of trying really hard to the point where it's like, no, I'm succeeding no matter what. That's the moment things like change.
Mm.
And we see the stories like, oh yeah, they worked really hard and eventually over the years they got there. Like, yeah, that's true too. But what really happened over the years is they got sick of not succeeding. And when they decide to succeed, that's when things change.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
love that. I agree. I see it in a lot of shows. And I normally pay attention when I start hearing the same thing from different people and different sources. Those are what I consider the real truths of the
yeah,
world. Because anybody can tell you anything. and try to convince you it's a fact. But if you got a ton of different people who never even spoke to each other, all saying the same thing, those are what I can consider real truths
Yeah.
in this world.
And I would even add to that. It's not so much if everyone says it; it's everyone who does what they say they're doing.
That too. That too.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. Because like one common, I think, belief is to succeed, and it's something that I believe it takes like a certain degree of luck. And what I'm starting to see is, oh my gosh, Nice, you scared me. Nice, say hi to the camera.
What's up, Naya?
But luck tends to happen the more. Dang, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, anyway, let me go back. So yeah, it takes a certain degree of luck to succeed. But the people who succeed tend to get lucky a lot more than the people who don't.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you, I've been doing poetry for 5-6 years. I wanted to be a feature for 5-6 years. And maybe in those 5 to 6 years up to this week, maybe 3 or 4 people suggested maybe I could be a feature. In this week alone, when I started to believe I'm a feature, 3 people completely unrelated to each other in completely different circumstances said, it'd be great if you were a feature, man. I got a whole lot luckier when I started to believe.
Mm-hmm. Manifestation. Love it.
Yeah. So it's incredible, man.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you, man. I'm happy for you too, man.
Thank you. We're all rising.
Yeah.
And I remember there's a special number you mentioned working for 10 years. It's actually a special number, especially with Bruce Lee. He specifies 10,000 hours. That's how long it really takes to become a master of something. So I guess you just got to put in the time sometimes. And I feel that too, because being 28 now, about to be 29 this year, I consider when I first became legally able to invest, which is crazy. You have to be 18 to even buy a stock legally. Like it's some type of which is crazy if you think about it. Like what's so bad about a stock where you have to be 18? Like it's a dangerous substance. Like be careful now. Are you old enough to handle this stock? Might blow up in your face. I don't know. But basically from that 18 to now marks my 10-year point. And coincidentally, or maybe not so coincidentally, I now am at this level where I can consider myself a master investor, just running the whole group and stuff. So yeah, it's been a good journey and transition, just getting more control and just growing.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. All right, Nice. I'll see you soon, okay? I gotta finish up this call. 1 second. Let me
That's all right. Take your time. I guess we can take a brief intermission. That's all right. Or the crowd can watch me eat this Milky Way. Diabolical, the amount of sugar contained in this piece of chocolate. That's good.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shaquille's back. Phone a friend. Guess who's back? Hey, Kev, you there? Yeah, yeah. Oh, dang, I could have paused the recording. It was recording the whole
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say that, but you were gone, so it's okay.
Oh, man. All right. So I guess one question I had for you, man. So you said the 10 years, right? And I read this book called Outliers that I think brought up the 10,000 hour rule by Mr. Malcolm Gladwell. Incredible book. So I think is when we say it takes 10 years to really reach the goal or to become a master, is it really the 10 years of work, which I'm sure plays a big part? Or is it most 10 years to realize I got it?
I say it's hard to realize you got it unless you put in the work, because definitely the work is required. We can't skip the work phase as much as we like to just wake up, a newborn and be like, I'm a master of everything. So yeah, we got to put in the work, and I guess it makes some sense. Of course, you'll always be getting better. Even after that 10-year or 10,000 hour mark, you'll always be getting even better. There's actually multiple levels of black belt, second stripe, fourth degree black belt, all these different tiers to it. But to at least get to like the base black belt, and just, as in metaphor, I think you got to put in those 10,000 hours. So yeah, time definitely makes a difference. Experience makes a huge difference. I see that in a lot of shows as well, where they say you have raw talent, but you lack experience. Yeah.
True. All right, man. Well, it's good talking to you. Glad to see you thriving, man. Hey, if you want to come to the show this Thursday, man, come through. Busboys and Poets Hyattsville, 8 p.m.
Awesome. I appreciate that invite. I'm sure you'll kill it.
But yeah, man, it's good talking to you.
All right, you too. All right, take care.
All right, peace.
Peace.